So I got the car on there. The car up and loaded, locked and loaded. You got the auction running, and I'm driving to go buy another car, man. I do not recommend for anybody. This is not safe. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The grind is real. What's up, YouTube? So as you can tell from the title, I am purchasing car number 21 and possibly car number 22 on my fleet today. So as you see, I'm in my truck right now. I'm on the road. I'm headed about 2 hours away to go look at this vehicle that I found on Marketplace. It was a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm kind of just gonna show y'all when we get there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Cam. On this channel, I'll talk about the behind the scenes of running a car rental business. I started out on Turo, then I do private rentals, now I do a little bit of both. So if you got any questions about anything like that, just reach out to me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So yesterday, I actually did a vlog or whatever, but I went to Cincinnati, so that's about 2 hours away as well, to go to the auction and, you know, see how it was and look at some cars, test drive them and stuff like that. But now I'm on my way to look at this other car, the opposite direction, in Bowling Green, Kentucky, to go ahead and test drive it and possibly buy that as well. But while I'm on my way to go look at this car, I'll be bidding on cars at the auction in Cincinnati. I got my laptop right here next to me. I'll be bidding on cars while trying to drive a good look at the other car. I don't recommend it. It ain't safe. In fact, that's alleged. I allegedly will be looking at my laptop while I'm driving and bidding on cars. Allegedly. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, this deal was too good to pass up on. I had to make it work. Saw the deal last night, driving up here today. So that's how you get the money. Because like cars these days are hard to come by. So you have to do what you have to do to get these deals. Like, if you gotta drive 2 hours, an hour, whatever, you gotta do it. I mean, this car's a pretty decent deal. It's a newer car. You know, I'm gonna make it happen. We gotta make it happen. I'm gonna see if I can talk them down even more. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to y'all when we get to the actual car, and I'll show y'all what it looks like. So right now, it's the auction's going. As you can hear right here. I'm driving. On my way there. Got an hour to go. And I just got off the phone with one of my mentees. Well, a new mentee. I just closed on a deal or whatever. So let's close the mentee. Got the auction running, and I'm driving to go buy another car, man. I do not recommend for anybody. This is not safe. This is not safe. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The grind is real. All right, y'all. So here's the car right here. He had those for $5,500. So it got minor damages. I'm not too worried about this. Tires are good. Car drove well and everything like that. That's some damage right here. All right, YouTube, so I just went ahead and bought it for $4,900. Guess I got the minor stuff. But right now, I'm better go get a dolly from U-Haul and try to see if I can get it towed back in the Raptor back home. But if not, I'll just have to come back like tomorrow or something and grab it. But yeah. All right, YouTube, so I just got a dolly from U-Haul. I got a one-way dolly, so I got to come all the way back out here. So that definitely helped out a lot. It was kind of expensive, but, you know, better than having to come back and forth. But I'm going to go ahead and throw the car on there. Should be pretty simple. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping the car pans out and everything. I don't find anything that I didn't notice now, but, you know, it's a done deal. Got the car, so this will be car number 21. Then I have another car that I got an if bid on, 2019 Ford Fusion for $3,300. So I gotta see if they accept that. So we're gonna see. But yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. So I got the car on there. It wasn't too bad. So I got it on there and everything. So now I'm gonna go get some gas, get something to drink, and hit the road. Usually when you put these things on these cars, you gotta check it after. Ooh, that's what I forgot. This motherfucker better be dragging. I gotta put that back up. Okay, so as you see, we're back on the road. Got the car in the back. So I would say it's a mission successful. Just gotta get it back to the location and also drop off the dolly. But yeah, so right now we can talk over quick numbers. So first off, I paid $4,900 for the car, basically $5,000. Now that car right there specifically, I'll rent out for $400 a week, at least $400 a week. So we talking $1,600 a month in revenue. Not many expenses, just insurance. It's about $100 a month or so, and that's it. Everything else is profit. So we're talking 3.5 month ROI on that vehicle. After that, it's all profit. And if you don't know already, Mazdas are extremely reliable. They're up there with Hondas and Toyotas. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, they're pretty reliable. So this car lasts probably over 200,000 miles. and it only has 115. So I'll probably make about 50,000 or more off of this one vehicle, probably more than that. To me, that's insane. But like I said, if y'all want any insight on this or more in-depth details on how to do it, just definitely reach out to me. I offer coaching. I have a school community and all that stuff. Coaching is really gonna get you where you wanna be. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to y'all when I get back to my town, my city. All right, so I just got back. Car indeed didn't make it, but let's go ahead and take it off, park it, all that type of stuff. But yeah, there's really not much else. Well, I gotta get the car like fixed up, and I guess I'll make this video about that process too. Now it's just time to get stuff done to it, get it registered, all that type of stuff. All right, so I just dropped the dolly off to U-Haul. So now, I don't know what I'm about to do. We gotta do something, I don't know. But yeah, mission accomplished. What's good, YouTube? It's a new day. Got up today bright and early. It's currently 8 a.m. But right now, I am headed to another U-Haul to go pick up another like dolly. The same thing I had yesterday, because the car that was an if bid at the other auction, the Ford Fusion, I actually won that car, which I ain't gonna lie, that price was insane. It was like $3,400 or something like that for a 2019 Ford Fusion. So now I'm going to U-Haul to get the dolly. Then I gotta go all the way to Cincinnati, Ohio, which is another 2 hours away, bro. Like, this is the third day in a row I've driven 2 hours. Like, bro, really it's 4, because 2 hours there, 2 hours back. Then I went to Bowling Green yesterday, 2 hours there, 2 hours back. The day before that, I had to go look at the auction cars and test drive them. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. So that's 6 hours of driving in the last 3 days. But yeah, so I'm not really gonna say too much. Kind of the same concept as yesterday. I'm gonna kind of just really just get to y'all when we get to the auction, unless I have something else to say. But I'll just see y'all when we get to the auction. I literally went to the auction, was there already. Had to leave because the cashier's check had a different business name on it. So I had to go back to Chase to get it fixed. Like, took like 30 minutes. So now I'm back to the auction. I'm cutting it extremely close because they close at 12. It is 11:37. So I'm gonna make it because I'm up the street. But I was in there sweating. Ain't no way I drove out here for no reason. Cause you can't pick up that car until you pay for it. So I would have had to spend a night out here or something. All right, YouTube, so I'm here in Cincinnati, and I just got my cashier's check from Chase. So now I gotta run to the auction and go ahead and pay for the vehicle. Hopefully it checks out again, because I'll be honest, sometimes when you look at these cars, the first time it's good, second time it's a whole different car. So wish me luck, man. All right, everybody, so I'm back inside the auction right here. Yeah, this is what it looks like in the inside. So right now I'm just trying to find a car. I think it's over there on this end. Crossing my fingers, because I got this car so cheap. I'm kind of skeptical, I ain't gonna lie. Oh snap, I'm kind of scared. That's how cheap I got this car, man. All right, so here's a car right here. It's a 2019 Fusion, but it looks like they don't really have that many features. This is new, but it ain't really, it's like a basic car. Like, even the inside is kind of basic. So this is what it looks like. Seat's kind of dirty, but ain't no big deal. But moment of truth, man. Okay. I drove it already, but I'm scared, man. I got this car for $3,000, man. It's a 2019 with only 130,000 miles. But so far, so good. I mean, like I said, it's basic. Like, it don't even got the screen here. The only difference it has from this and like a 2013 is a push to start. That's it. Everything else is exactly the same. So that's maybe why it went so cheap, because I mean, it's a basic, newer car. It's just new, but basic. But I might either swap this out, put like the new updated one in here, or do a CarPlay in here, or just leave it the same. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this car out the auction. Get the car up and loaded, locked and loaded, and I will indeed say there definitely is something wrong with it. So I kind of already expected it because it was too cheap. But I think it might be something electrical, so that could be good or bad. So we're gonna see. But pretty much what happened was, like, the ABS light came on and a couple of those type of lights. So it's something to do with the ABS system, which that's not nothing serious unless it gets into electrical stuff. Yeah, my mechanic can do all that stuff. So you still should be good. Even if I got to spend $1,000 on getting it fixed, I mean, it's still 2019 for $4,300. So, you know, I think that's still a win. So I'm going to hit the road and yeah. All right, YouTube. So I'm back in town, and the 2014 Mazda 6 is 100% ready to go. So today I'm going to go ahead and get it listed on Turo. As you can see, the car is filthy. That's not big of a deal. The car is filthy, but gotta get it clean and everything so I can take these pictures. I know, so the only thing that's really still wrong with it is there's this damage. But I think I still should be able to take the photos with the damage here. I'm not sure, because it is kind of back. Ugh. Dang, but this lady was hitting. Dang, I don't think I made it worse. Fuck. but you might not see it from far away, that damage or whatever. But so this car right here, I'm pretty much 90% private rentals. What I usually do is I'll throw a car on Turo until I can find a private renter to keep the car long term. We're gonna get it on Turo. It already has the kill switch, it has the trackers and everything like that. Well, I have a spare key, but I gotta program it and I can do that myself. We had to do a lot of suspension work to it, which that's common for Mazdas. Don't know why, but the whole front end pretty much had to get replaced suspension wise. But this is what it looks like again for y'all to see. May or may not can see that. But I had to take the tents off for the inspection. So there goes a whole bunch of residue there. And on the other one, there's some residue there too. So this is the other car that I purchased. As you can see, it still looks the same. Well, yeah, it looks the same. I haven't literally did anything to this vehicle. And it's because it actually has like an electrical issue. My mechanic, he can still fix it. So we got to just see what's going on with it and then just fix it. You know, even if I had to throw $1,000 into whatever that electrical issue is, I mean, I got a 2019 Ford Fusion for like $3,000. And so I checked to see if I can put this car on Turo, and I know it has 134,000 miles, but Turo still let me put it on there because there's no history on the car after it reached past 130,000 miles. So this car is eligible for Turo as well. You know, I can still put it on Turo between trips and stuff like that too. You know, once we get it up and running, it'll be good to go. All right, so I just got the windows, all the glue and stuff off the windows from the tent. I got most of it off the windshield too for the most part, but it's good enough. So now I'm about to fix these headlights. Now, that doesn't look like fog. It looks like maybe some type of overspray or something. So I'm gonna see if it works. But this is another gem, man. I've been giving y'all the sauce. So I bought this stuff right here. I used it twice so far, and so far it's been really, really good. And I'm gonna show y'all like how it works. Like I said, it may or may not work on this because it looks like it's more than just like foggy headlights. It looks like some type of like something else on there. But if it works, man, definitely check them out. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but this stuff is crazy. Also, if you have a car that has like the clear coat, like the paint is damaged, if you throw water on it and it looks good when it's wet, that means this stuff will like pretty much fix your clear coat. It is kind of pricey. It's about $50 a bottle. That is kind of high, but it works wonders. And I'm about to show y'all what I mean. Now, you're not supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to put it to the rag first, but I'm gonna put it directly on here first. I'm gonna use a decent amount. Then I'm gonna just sit here and just wipe it. When I tell y'all this stuff is amazing, it is amazing. I don't know what this is, what chemicals are in this, but this thing works wonders. Y'all need a little bit more, so I'll put some right here. Now, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do this while the car is clean or whatever, but look at the difference, man. Just look at the difference. Just literally wiping the headlights. It's a huge difference. So like I said, this stuff is pretty good. It's been about 10-15 minutes. That's how I did better. It's kind of staying gone, but this how it is coming back a little bit. But I think that's the most it should come back because the stuff at the bottom was kind of thick. But like I said, for something that's $45 product where you can get multiple uses out of and all you have to do is just wipe it down. I mean, that's a great product. But this car is 100% ready to go ahead and get listed on Turo. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. And then I'll let y'all know when the first booking code comes in. All right, YouTube, so I'm at the body shop right now. You better go ahead and fix this hole in the bumper right here for about $350. So I should be done in about 2 days and I'll get back to y'all when it's finished. All right, so I got the car all clean. So usually what I do, I'll find a location just like this, something with a pretty decent background. Then I'll just come here and take photos of the car and make it look nice and pretty for Turo. And then I'll show y'all like the different angles and stuff I'll get. But for the most part, the car is clean. I still gotta restore the headlights. I'll probably do that. I got a kit to do that. And then there's a little bit of residue still on the windows. I didn't have my material that I thought I had to get that off. So, but other than that, the car is good to go. So I'm gonna take pictures real quick and get back to y'all. There was a lot that happened in this video, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I bought 2 cars. I bought this Mazda and I bought that Ford Fusion over there. For both of them, I paid about $8,000 for both cars, and these are pretty new cars. So that's the beauty of, you know, being a sniper on Marketplace or, you know, having a dealer license. But if you have any questions about private rentals or trying to start this business, all my links will be in the description. Please reach out to me on my socials, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.